Hi my YouTube family, this is Melody from Home Garden and Fashion. I thank you so much for being here today. Today we're going to have a wonderful time together. Hi, I hope all of you are doing okay. Today I'm going to do a story. This story is named Turmeric Diva. So a long time ago in village Vishnu, the village name was Vishnu, there was a young girl. Her name was Mana. So Mana used to go to village school, and throughout her childhood she had few friends, not too many, one or two, and she had a good childhood. And she used to live with her mom, dad, and her two brothers. So as she was growing up, she was around 15, 16, just like all the other girls. She had also a serious problem with pimples. So her pimples were so much. It was like so many. So both of her cheeks were like covered with pimples, and she had tried everything and anything on the planet to get rid of it, and nothing worked. So she had literally given up, and it was very difficult for her to go to wedding or any kind of social activities or any kind of fun thing with friends, because when she would dress up and go, people would talk about her face and her pimples and all the spots, and which made her very conscious. And when she put a lot of makeup, it made even worse. The next day it will get even worse and like infectious. So at some point Mana decided even not to go to school due to this, but our parents were very strict her, and they told her no, she must go to school because education is very important. And she also realized that since her face is like that, education is very important for her. So when she was about 18 and all her friends were in graduation going and enjoying, and she couldn't enjoy much because she always had to be cautious about her face and how everyone, whenever she went somewhere, first thing people ask about her face, that what happened to her face, how did it happen, and it used to make her very sad. So she didn't even bother to go to her graduation party. After that, her brother was getting married, one of her cousin brother, and where the marriage was happening in her own home, and they had a big home in the village. So she didn't even enjoy that wedding, because once she got dressed up and went to the wedding, and people started asking her about the face, so she didn't enjoy that. So she always wished for something miracle to happen so that her face would really get beautiful. So while she's thinking that, so one of her friend was getting married, so she went to the wedding because that was very close friend, and that friend really invited her many times and asked her that she must come. So she had no choice but to go, and even though she said she will stay very few hours and come back because she didn't feel comfortable. So when she went to the wedding, and the friend was looking very pretty, she was all dressed up into beautiful wedding dress and everything, and all the other friends were asking, oh, your skin is so beautiful, smooth, flawless, and what did you do? So she explained to everybody that she had used turmeric to make her skin that good, and she explained how she used it and all that. So Mana thought that what is there to lose since she has tried everything on this earth, so why not use turmeric, why not give turmeric a chance. So she came back home, and after the wedding is over, a few days later, she called her friend's name was Jolly. So Mana called Jolly and asked about all the details how to use it. So Jolly explained to her that she used 2 different forms. So what she did before, 3 months before the wedding, is she used mustard seeds. She washed the mustard seeds and then she dried them, and then she shorted them with little bit of mustard oil, and then once they popped little bit, then she kept cool them and then kept them in a jar, and then she used turmeric, raw turmeric. She used turmeric and she used the powdered turmeric and raw turmeric, both, whenever whichever was available, and then she used a kind of lentil, and this lentil is called masoor dal. So use the red lentils. So she toasted the red lentil little bit and then make powder. So she made powder of the roasted mustard seed, roasted red lentils, and she had turmeric powder, and she would use all these 3 things, 1 spoon each, and then mix it and then apply it to her face, neck, hand, everywhere, and wait 5-6 hours or all day. Whenever she was working, she would just leave it on like that. If she didn't have enough time, then she would just leave it on for 30 minutes or to an hour, and then take your washcloth and wash it all off, and after that take a shower. And she told Anna that be sure to wear something that you wouldn't mind getting yellow, getting dirty or getting yellow, and also before you go to the shower, you wash it off in the sink or somewhere where you wouldn't mind that place turning yellow because the stains. So Mana started doing this therapy, and by the time 3 months, all her pimples were cleared up, and her skin was so beautiful and flawless, and she couldn't believe her eyes. So then she knew that amazing benefits of turmeric on the skin and how it gave flawless skin. So she started using it, and everywhere she went, all the questions changed, and now people started praising her beauty and asking her how to make their skin so flawless and beautiful. And she also started adding 8 glasses of fresh water daily, and she was taking a teaspoon of this turmeric, actual raw turmeric, teaspoonful, and she would just cook it in her food and then take it like that, about half a teaspoon of raw turmeric. And then there are raw turmeric, looks like ginger. She used to chew on a little piece, tiny little piece, which almost look like a ginger. So to take a very little piece, as Jolly told her that turmeric would heat up the liver, so she would not take it raw, just put it in the body and take very little in the food. So she did that, And she kept doing like this throughout her life. She ate turmeric and she used turmeric in her skin. And as she grew old, she never looked old. So when she was about 60 years old, she still looked like 40. And her skin was very flawless, beautiful. She never put any makeup or anything. And after she got married, um, at a young age she got married. After she got married, she used to put her husband also in this turmeric skin regimen and also eating a little bit turmeric, and he used to work out, so he also have gotten a lot of energy and strength from using turmeric. But the best part was when she was even 60, people used to call her Turmeric Diva, not Turmeric Granny, because she looked so young and beautiful. She looked like she was in her 40s, and she had this amazing, amazing energy. She would get up early in the morning and then she go for her walk. In the walk she'll go and get fresh milk from the milkman, and after she came back then she'll take her bags and go to the grocery and pick out all the vegetables, come back. After she came back, she never drink tea or coffee because she knew those are bad for health, so she used to drink just lemon water in the morning. And then she used to make lemonade and she would drink it that, but she never drank tea or coffee, and then she would just eat her food. And she had a beautiful garden, so she grew a beautiful garden in the front, beautiful flowers, and in the back a lot of fruits and vegetable trees. So most of the time she used to get the vegetable from her garden. So morning time after bringing milk, she used to go to the grocery store to get few things, and mainly it was getting little things but socializing more because she loved socializing and talking to the neighbors, and everybody in the neighborhood also loved talking to her. When as a child, as a teenager, when she had this severe pimples, she missed that time to talk to people because people used to only ask her about her face, and the conversation did not go after that. It just stayed limited to that. So once she was past that stage, and she had the beautiful flawless skin, which she credited the entire credit, she gave it to the turmeric. After taking turmeric internally, after putting turmeric on her face for beautifying, her total system changed and she had the most beautiful flawless skin. So she would go to the village market just to chit chat with all the people, and a lot of times if a new person came to the village, they will always mistaken her for a 30-year-old lady instead of 60-year-old grandma because she looks so beautiful, and she was very energetic and physically very fit and did not have any kind of diseases, any kind of sickness. She had beautiful flawless skin, lots of energy, slim body, and she gave all the credit to turmeric, and she had lots of friends. So after coming home, she would go to garden and pick out whatever was there needed to pick out, and after she tended the garden, she cooked food, and then she ate food with the family. In the evening, She used to go to gathering with her friends where she sang the prayer song, for God's prayer song, and few things she learned throughout her life which really helped her live a really beautiful and prosperous and fulfilled life. One of the greatest things he learned was to use turmeric in her life. Another great thing she learned to use water, to drink a lot of water. Another great things to grow her food. So she used to grow fresh fruits and vegetables. And then she lived a vegetarian life, but she did eat little fish every now and then because in the backyard she had a little pond and she loved to throw in fish in there, and then the fishes used to get big, so she would take it out and cook for the family. So she ate every now and then a little piece here and there, but that's about it. And then in the evening she used to, because her husband, he was a fitness trainer and he used to train people, so they had a lot of friends who would come, they had clients who would come, and all these clients and friends, so they used to come to her husband for getting trained physically for fitness training, but they used to come to her for their beauty advice because her face looked so good and she was so beautiful, healthy, energetic, and she had this amazing good vibe which everybody wanted to be around. So a evening everybody will just get together and they will just chit chat, and in her garden she had a lot of beautiful herbs and spices, so she will mix them and make beautiful tea for everybody, and they all have beautiful tea, and until late night they used to be in the roof and just walk around, and they were big on exercising, so the most of the days they were outdoor, never worried about the sun or how the sun's gonna damage their body. They love sun, and she believed the sun was the ultimate source of energy, and it wasn't there to hurt us or damage us, but there to give us life, because sun gave life to every living things on this planet. So sun was actually friend, and they never worried about sunscreen or anything. Her natural sunscreen was turmeric, and she had the most flawless, beautiful skin. So, and they slept very early. They would sleep around 9 or 10 because they woke up 4 in the morning. 4 in the morning they will wake up and do some prayer and meditation, drink their lemon water, go for their long walk, and while coming back home from the walk, bring the milk and then go to the garden. And their children were so nice and obedient. There were 2 children, boy and girl, and they pretty much grew up themselves because they were such good boy and girl and so healthy. They never had problem with raising them. So these people were amazing. They lived their amazing life, and they gave all the credit to the natural fruits and vegetables in the garden, the sunshine, and the turmeric, and the people, their friends and families, and getting together and gathering together, all these things. So Mana, in her life, she enjoyed really good life, had a good life. She died around about 98, when she was 98, and her husband died around 100, and they had a really good, beautiful, productive life. So I hope you enjoyed the story. It has been researched for years, and turmeric is one of the God-given nature's most miraculous things on this planet. Turmeric is so good, and turmeric is very strong and potent. So before you use turmeric, ask your doctor, get your doctor's permission and okay to use it, because this is very strong and potent. So first of all, how do we use turmeric? We just don't take a spoonful of turmeric and pop it in our mouth. That doesn't work like that, because turmeric is very strong and it heats up the liver. So turmeric has to be taken with food, has to be cooked with the vegetables, with half a teaspoon turmeric, and we usually cook our vegetable with little bit of oil and red chili pepper, black chili pepper. So, and then we add some turmeric, and that way what happens is turmeric gets absorbed into the body. Now turmeric also, we Indian culture, turmeric is greatly used in everyday life. So in one's life, turmeric is used throughout the entire life, and in life turmeric will not be used only maybe 10 days in some time in someone's life. That 10 days will be when some death occurs in the family. People do not eat cooked food those 10 days. They eat fruits and vegetables, so they do not use turmeric on those 10 days. And another thing, they do not use turmeric on those 10 days because turmeric heats up the body, and they do not want to heat up the body during the grieving period, because that time, the grieving period, sex is forbidden, so that's why they do not want to heat up the body. And beside that, turmeric is huge for marriage. So in our marriages, turmeric has to be used for 3 to 4 months before marriage. And this turmeric, how they use it, they use 1 teaspoon of turmeric on a 2-3 tablespoon of mustard oil, and then they do turmeric massage into the bride's body, all over the body, and leave it on for 2-3 hours, or as long as the time allows, and then take a washcloth, wipe it down, and then wash it, take a shower. But 2 things to remember: turmeric stains the clothes, so wear a cloth which you wouldn't mind getting dirty, and second, it will stain the shower, so to clean the shower area after that. So the turmeric gives a really beautiful flawless skin, and by using on the skin, the bride does not get sick during wedding or after the wedding. So that's one thing. Besides that, it has many health benefits. So this is like a God-given miracle nature thing. So what are the health benefits? I'm going to talk about a few health benefits. Turmeric is great for inflammation, stops the inflammation, so it's good for any kind of inflammation or arthritis or any kind of osteoarthritis. So as we know, inflammation causes all the diseases, so turmeric is good for inflammation. It also combats the free radicals in the body, and it's also good for preventing or healing Alzheimer's, dementia, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or blood clot, or any kind of blood related problems. So taking turmeric daily heals the body from these diseases. Also, it helps with depression. During long term of depression, and in the brain, hippocampus is to shrink, and turmeric creates new neuron pathways, so the neuron can interact with each other. And also for long term of depression, which turns to Alzheimer, there are deposits of protein in the brain, fats and proteins called amyloid plaque, and turmeric seems to clear up. The curcumin in turmeric does all this thing, so it's good for depression, it's good for Alzheimer, dementia, or age-related forgetfulness, good for arthritis, osteoarthritis, good for blood pressure, any kind of circulatory problem, high cholesterol, and it's good, overall good for the entire body. And a lot of the benefits hasn't been found yet, but it's really amazing for the body. But be sure to ask your doctor before you take it. And this is something not one day or 2 day, this is a lifelong process. We take it all our life, and I myself, I take it daily and I use it on my skin daily. Do not use any soap, shampoo or anything, just the turmeric. So for turmeric face scrub, we use 1 tablespoon of yogurt, 1 tablespoon of chickpea flour besan, and half a teaspoon of turmeric, and then mix it and make a scrub and put in the face, hand, neck, and leave it on for 30 minutes to hour or 2 hours, as long as time allows. And then after that, wash it with warm water, but be sure to wash it in the kitchen sinks, otherwise the bathroom white sink will become yellow. And also wear clothes you wouldn't mind getting dirty, like getting yellow tan, but doing it religiously daily, you'll get flawless skin. There is no other thing that can give flawless skin except turmeric. So it's amazing, and no matter how much I talk about turmeric, it won't be enough. It won't be a justification for turmeric, because that is just pure gold given by God. So thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video, and I will see you with many more. Hi, thank you so much for being here today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video. Thank you. May God bless you all.